Very good evening, everyone. Good evening, students. Very good evening, Sapna, Aprajita, Amit. Very good evening, Abha. Rahul, very good evening. Okay. Hello, Aprajita. Okay, students. So I'm starting this session today now. First of all, I welcome each one of you to my YouTube session on the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973. So let's start with my brief introduction. First, my name is Sandeep Khatri. I have done my law from University of Mumbai and my LLM from Jindal Global Law School. By profession, I'm a teacher. I'm teaching law for more than 5 years now. My areas of specializations are the constitutional law, criminal law, commercial law, family law, and law of torts. The link of my profile I have mentioned here. So please do follow that to get all the updates about my special classes and my plus courses. This is the link of my Telegram channel where you can connect with me and ask questions related to your judicial preparation. At last, I have also mentioned my code, that is ChATRILIVE, KHATRILIVE, which you can use to get free access of all the special classes available on Unacademy app and 10% discount for all the plus courses. So this was about me. Very good evening, Mukesh. All good, Amit. How are you? Okay. Now I request everyone, students, be attentive, and this is going to be an interactive session. So the moment you feel you're not clear with anything, feel free to write your questions in the comments. Okay. Abha, I am about to explain that as well. Just give me a second. So here is one important announcement for RJS and HJS students. From tomorrow onwards, I'm starting a test series on YouTube as well. And this test series will not take place on Menti. Reason being, I need to tell you some additional questions as well. I need to give you some explanation as well. And most of the students are having only one screen at one point of time. So that is why I'm going to take, I'm going to give you a good amount of questions on Hindu law and Limitation Act. And I'll make sure that you will not get a surprise in your examination hall. So the thing is, from tomorrow onwards, I'm starting with Hindu law, and in Hindu law, I'm going to take your 4 MCQ test in which I'm going to cover all the introduction part and as well as the all the 4 acts which is in your syllabus. That is your Marriage Act, your Succession Act, your Guardianship and Minority and Guardianship Act, and then it's your adoption. So we are going to discuss everything. Okay. Mukesh, the timings are going to be the same from same time tomorrow at 7 p.m. First, I'm going to give you questions and I'll make sure that I cover almost all the sections so that if you have any doubts as well from that particular topic or from that particular act, you can ask your questions as well at the end as well and in between as well. Okay, so this is how we are going to start with this Hindu Law and Limitation Act. For Indian Evidence Act, I've already started the series from today. We are already done with the Contract Act in the test series, so you can watch that as well. These all are my special classes, so these are completely free of cost, available on Unacademy app. Okay. And students, one more thing, even if you don't have any confidence in Hindu law or in Limitation Act, I'll make sure that with the help of these classes, with the help of MCQs, I will give you that much of confidence that you will, get to know the basics and almost all the sections of Hindu law and Limitation Act. Okay, so don't worry, even if you are attempting it for the first time, there may be chances that some of the students, but if you are going to prepare for RJS or HJS, this is going to be important for you. For HJS, I guess both the subjects are in your syllabus. For RJS, only Limitation Act test, but Okay. Abha, the complete Hindu law. The complete Hindu law. Okay. Or at the end of this class, I will take your suggestions that how do you like it? You want it one act at a time, or you want all 4 acts at one time? Okay. So I will go with the majority, so don't worry. Okay, Amit, I'll think about that as well. Okay. So I hope everyone is clear with this now. Okay, students, now I'm starting with this today's topic. So today I'm going to discuss the concept of summary trial, which is again very, very important for your PT as well as your mains examination. So can we start now? Yes, everyone quickly give me a thumbs up so that I can start this new topic, a fresh topic. Yes. Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. Now let's start this. Students, I'm starting with the introduction of this concept of summary trial, and for that I want you to take back in the history of CrPC. You know, when we compare and when we talk about CrPC 1973, there were 5 new things that were introduced. 5 points, the important 5 points, which is basically talks about what was new. What was new about CrPC 1973, which was not in the old code, right? So the new things were, the first one was free legal aid, free legal aid to the accused, which means if the accused don't have sufficient amount of money so that he cannot hire an advocate, so the court will give the free legal advice to the accused. Next, no concept of judicial magistrate third class. No concept of judicial magistrate third class. So now we have only either the first class judicial magistrate or second class. And when it comes to metropolitan cities, we have only first class judicial magistrate. Next one, there is a distinction between judicial magistrate and executive magistrate in CrPC 1973. The next one is there is no concept of jury trial. No jury trial. And the last and the most important one is the introduction of a new concept, that is summary trial. So this is the introduction of this topic, students, the concept of summary trial. That was the new concept in CrPC 1973 along with these concepts. So CrPC 1973, before there was CrPC 1898. There was no concept of free legal aid. There was concept of judicial magistrate third class as well. There was no easy distinction between the functions of judicial magistrate and executive magistrate, and there was concept of jury trial, and there was no concept of summary trial. But with the help of this new code, that is CrPC 1973, we introduced the concept of summary trial. Now coming to the next question, what is summary trial? Ashwini, after Hindu law, I will start with Limitation Act as well. So you can say after 3 or 4 classes, after exact 4 to 5 classes, probably in the next week, I'm going to start with Limitation Act as well. Okay. Now, coming to the next thing, what is a summary trial? When we say summary trial, so it is one of your trials. Now, what are other trials? Like summon case, then there is warrant case trial, then there is court of session trial. So similarly, we have also a concept of summary trial. So as the name suggests, summary, which means, now let's take an example. If the punishment, the maximum punishment of any offense is not more than 3 months. Now, do we need to follow all the summon cases for that? summon cases trial or warrant cases trial or court of session trial for that? The answer is no, which means kind of you can say, for in layman's language, if I need to explain you the concept is, if there are very petty offenses, which is not, something like the punishment is fine only, right? In that circumstances, we will go for summary trial. Why this concept has been introduced? The reason was there are already, many cases that has been pending. So when it comes to cases like murder, the rape, murder plus rape, kidnapping, abduction, in the cases of heinous crimes, we do have the concepts of these trials, court of session trial or warrant case trials. But when it comes to, petty offenses, we should come up to a concept which is a summary trial. And as the name suggests, which will not take much of the time. So that is your concept of summary trial. Now coming to, there is a separate chapter on this, that is chapter number 21, which talks about summary trials, and section 260 answers the question, who has the power to try summarily, which means which magistrate has power to go for a summary trial. So the answer is, notwithstanding anything contained in this code, any chief judicial magistrate, so which is again important for your PT students. I'm making a list. So the first important section is your 260. And in 260, you will see that section 260 clause 1 is basically giving you a list that consists chief judicial magistrate, first thing. Next, metropolitan magistrate, MM, I'm writing in short. Second one, magistrate of first class, specially empowered in this behalf by the High Court, which means judicial magistrate first class, empowered by High Court, may think fit try in summary cases in all or any of the following offenses. So there is again a list of 9 points that has been given in section 260, which will tell you that where, what is the subject matter for summary trial. So basically, I have in layman's language, I have already told you all the petty offenses. Now, what do I mean by those petty offenses? The list that has been given, which means offenses not punishable with death. If any offense whose punishment is death, that cannot be subject to summary trial. Imprisonment for life, again, heinous crimes, or imprisonment for a term exceeding 2 years. Now, this is again important for your PT purpose as well, which means if the punishment is more than 2 years, then that is not a subject to summary trial. Coming to the next one. So theft under section 379, 380, 381 of IPC, where value of the property stolen does not exceed 2,000 rupees. Not general theft. If you go with the, section 378, the punishment of theft is 3 years. But suppose if the subject matter of theft is something whose value is less than 2,000 rupees, then that is a subject matter of summary trial. किसी ने चोरी की है, कोई 500 रुपए का आइटम कोई चुराया, या 1000 रुपए का कोई आइटम चुराया, या 1000 रुपए चुराए, तो उसके लिए आप summary trial को प्रेफर कर सकते हो. Next, receiving or retaining stolen property. Now, this is again related to stolen property. If someone is dealing with whose value is less than 2,000 rupees. Assisting in the concealment or disposal of stolen property, again 2,000. So this 2,000 and not exceeding 2 years. So the 2 points which you can take away from here is, the first point is term not exceeding, which is again important for your PT as well. Term not exceeding 2 years, because life imprisonment and death will be always more than this. And the next one is 2,000 rupees when it comes to theft or stolen property. Related to stolen property. That is 2 things which you need to remember for your PT examination. So make sure you mark that 2 years and 2,000 rupees. Now carrying forward. So this is how the list goes on. Then the offenses under section 454 and 456 of IPC: insult with intent, See, this again may be important for your mains purpose as well, students. If you need to write a short note on summary trial, you have to mention all these points as well. So make sure you learn all the 9 points by heart. Next, abatement of any foregoing offenses. An attempt to commit any of the foregoing offenses when such attempt is an offense. Any offense constituted by an act respect to which complaint may be made under section 20 of Cattle Trespass Act. So these all are the subject matter. Now coming to the second clause. When in the course of a summary trial it appears to a magistrate that the nature of the case is such that it is undesirable to try it summarily, the magistrate shall recall any witness who may have been examined and proceed to rehear the case in the manner provided by this code. Now, this is going to be the discretion of the Chief Judicial Magistrate, the Metropolitan Magistrate or Judicial Magistrate by first class, who is empowered by the High Court to take the call on the case whether they want to go for the summary trial or not. If any one of them thinks, who is trying the summary trial, if they think that this is not for the sake of justice, it demands summon case trial or any other like warrant case trial or court of session trial, then that case will not be subject to summary trial. Any questions from the introduction or section 260? Now I am looking at your comments. If it's all clear, quickly give me a thumbs up. If you do have any questions in your mind related to the concept of summary trial, feel free to ask questions. Yes. After that, I will come to the next related sections of this concept. Okay, Amit, I will explain the clause 2 again. Okay, the literal meaning of summary trial. Okay. Okay, so I've got two questions. Now I'm answering one by one. First, I'm coming to the summary trial. So let's take an example, students. What kind of trials do we have other than summary trial? When it comes to summon cases trial, the procedure goes like this. One after this, one after this, one after this. Then there comes to warrant case trial. The procedure goes like this. Now coming to the summary trial, the procedure is this much only. Now, do you see any difference between the steps between warrant case trial and summary trial? Yes. Do you see any difference between these three charts or not? Yes, Amit. I'm waiting for your answer in the comments. Do you see any difference in these charts? See, the steps that has been involved in summon case trial, the steps that has been involved in warrant case trial in comparison to summary trial, as the name suggests. What is the summary? What is the summary? That is in short. Yes, the length is short when it comes to summary trial. Fine. Now coming to the next question, what cases are the subject matter of summary trial? Now coming to the second question, students, what are the subject matters for summary trial? So the list that has been given from 1 to 9. And I'm going to tell you one more thing here. In addition to that, see, when the case comes in front of, suppose, a metropolitan magistrate, and now he needs to decide whether this case is going to be a summon case trial or summary trial. In both the cases, the metropolitan magistrate has power as per to section 260 clause 2. As per to section 260 clause 2, the metropolitan magistrate has the power. What kind of a power? To decide whether he wants to go for summary trial for this particular case or summon case trial. I hope I am clear with this now. यस अमित, यू कैन से कि जो प्रोसेस है वो लेंदी नहीं रहेगा, जो प्रोसेस है वो लेंदी नहीं होगा उसमें समरी ट्रायल में. That's it. The term summary trial has not been defined anywhere. The term summary trial has not been defined anywhere. No, it is different from Lok Adalat. It is different from Lok Adalat, Amit. सी द ओवरऑल ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ समरी ट्रायल इज कि उसको जल्दी, क्योंकि वो इतना इंपॉर्टेंट केस नहीं है, उसमें जो सब्जेक्ट मैटर है वो बहुत ही छोटी चीज है, उसको जल्दी खत्म रैप अप करने के लिए वी हैव अ कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ समरी ट्रायल. नाउ कमिंग टू क्लॉज नेक्स्ट सेक्शन, दैट इज 261 समरी ट्रायल बाय मजिस्ट्रेट ऑफ सेकंड क्लास. नाउ कमिंग टू, आई हैव जस्ट शेयर्ड अ लिस्ट विद यू. सी स्टूडेंट्स, in section 260 I just gave you a list that who can try. Now 261 tell you that whether judicial magistrate second class can try summary trial. मुकेश, आंसर टू योर क्वेश्चन, समरी ट्रायल का मतलब है कि बहुत ज्यादा यहां पे फॉर्मेलिटीज नहीं होंगी, बहुत लंबा प्रोसीजर नहीं होगा, छोटे प्रोसीजर में आप चीजों को एंड कर दोगे. That's the meaning of summary trial. Done? Now continuing with this, now whether judicial magistrate second class has power to try summary. Answer in 261, the High Court may confer on any magistrate invested with the powers of a magistrate of the second class power to try summarily any offence which is punishable only with fine or with imprisonment for a term not exceeding 6 months, with or without fine, and any abatement of or attempt to commit any such offence. Mind it student, there is a lot of difference between 261 and 260. Everyone be attentive, this is important. In 260 I gave you a list first. I gave you a list like Chief Judicial Magistrate, Metropolitan Magistrate and Judicial Magistrate only empowered by High Court. They can try summarily, and I have given you a list of 9 points. Key in what cases? But when it comes to 261, judicial magistrate second class can also try summarily, but condition is empowered by High Court. But now his subject matter is different. The subject matter is different from section 260. How it is different? When you will go from section 261, it will say which is punishable only with fine or imprisonment for a term not exceeding 6 months or without fine. And when it comes to this one, that was till 2 years. That was till 2 years in 260. But now for judicial magistrate second class, it is only either fine or not exceeding 6 months. I hope everyone got the difference between 260 and 261. Very good evening, Manisha. Yes, students, if it is all clear, quickly give me a thumbs up. I'll move to the next provision. And if you still have any questions in your mind, do ask. Okay, Mukesh is clear. What about others? Yes, what about others? Okay, perfect. Now coming to the procedure of summary trial, which you all were basically asking indirectly, ki sir, what is the procedure of summary trial? In trials under this chapter, the procedure specified in this code for the trial of summon case shall be followed except as hereinafter mentioned. Which means कि trial कैसे चलेगी, procedure क्या होगा. Usually this has been asked in your PT as well कि trial कैसे चलेगी, summary trial को होगी कैसे. तो ये आपकी जो है summon case की तरह follow up होगी. This is going to be followed as per to summon case. No sentence of imprisonment for a term exceeding 3 months shall be passed in the case of any conviction under this chapter. So the maximum punishment one can get through summary trial is 3 months. And I hope you are not getting confused between 260, 261 and 262. In 260, that was telling you what is the subject matter. That is why they have written 2 years. What is the subject matter. I'm repeating myself. What is the subject matter? That is 2 years, till 2 years, or if the punishment is of 2 years of any offense. In 261, for judicial magistrate second class, it becomes 6 months. But now the actual punishment one can get through summary trial is only 3 months, students, as per to section 262. Now coming to the next section, we are almost done with this concept. Now coming to section 263, students. 263 is telling you how to keep record. How to keep record of summary trial, which means what kind of particulars one needs to fulfill. What kind of particulars, what kind of list, what kind of document you need to prepare. So that is under section 263, and this will be as per to the record will be maintained as per to the state government, as stated by the state government. For example, in 263, there is again a list that has been given, which means the serial number of the case, the date of the commission of the offense, the date of the report or complaint. All this information will be taken as a record under section 263. That's it. Yes. 264 talk now, last two sections, and after that I will take questions. Okay. Amit, you are asking section, sir, 261, 2 years and procedure for 3 months. And procedure for 3 months? That is not procedure. Amit, 3 months is the maximum punishment. 3 months is the maximum punishment one can get through summary trial. And in 260 clause 1, it is talking about the subject matter, which can be the subject matter for summary trial, where the offense, the punishment is of less than 2 years. And that is why there is clause 2. That is why, Amit, if you are, okay, I got your question, why you are feeling it is contradictory. That is why we have clause 2 of section 260, which makes it clear that this is going to be decided by the concerned chief judicial magistrate or metropolitan magistrate or judicial magistrate first class, empowered by the High Court to state whether they want summon case trial here or summary trial here. That is why there is clause 2. If the punishment is obviously, and how the magistrate will decide. If the magistrate thinks so that punishment is going to be more than 3 months, he will always go for summon case. He will always go for summon case trial. Okay, now let me take you. Okay, let me take one example which will conclude all these points. Okay, one simple example that will include all these sections. Okay, now first thing, everyone listen carefully. If there is Mr. A, he has committed an offense. Okay, the punishment of this offense is, let's assume the punishment of this offense is 1 year. Just assume that the punishment of this offense is 1 year. Okay. Now, suppose the metropolitan magistrate, as per to section 260 clause 1, he can try summary. He can do the summary trial. First thing first, clear. Okay. Second, as per to section 260 clause 1, the list. This is 1 year. The punishment of the offense is 1 year. So can we do summary trial here? The answer is yes, because the punishment is 1 year, which is less than 2 years. So this is again perfect for your summary trial. Second point. Okay. Now continuing. By using section 260 clause 2, by using section 260 clause 2, now this metropolitan magistrate will decide whether he wants to take summary trial for this or summon case. Now, how this magistrate will decide? If the metropolitan magistrate feels that prima facie, if the person is going to get punishment more than 3 months, for that he will use summon case trial. But if he thinks the punishment is going to be 3 months or less than 3 months, then he will go for summary trial. I hope now I am clear with this example. Anyone who has any confusion after this example? Yes, please. Be quick in your responses, students. If it is all clear, give me a thumbs up. If you still have any doubts, feel free to ask questions. I will take any other example. Okay, Amit, I have got the thumbs up. Vishal, done. Sapna, done. Okay, Mukesh. Done? Okay, Abha is asking a question, sir, but summon case shall be followed is written. Okay. Now, answering to your question, Abha, answering to your question, please listen carefully. When it comes to summary trial, how this trial is going to work? How this trial is going to work? This is going to be as per to summons case. Fine. This is going to be as per to summons case. That is the answer. अमित, जो आप 2 years में कंफ्यूज हो रहे हो, ध्यान से सुनिएगा. 2 years बेसिकली पनिशमेंट है. किसकी पनिशमेंट? जो आपने ऑफेंस किया होगा, जो आपने ऑफेंस कर दिया है. समरी ट्रायल में तो किसकी पनिशमेंट मिलेगी? जो ऑफेंस आपने यहां पे कर दिया है ना, ये मैक्सिमम है. यहां पे समरी ट्रायल में पनिशमेंट आपको मैक्सिमम 3 months ही मिल सकती है. दैट्स इट. ये सब्जेक्ट मैटर हो सकता है समरी ट्रायल का. दैट्स इट. इतना ही है. No, Abba, that is clearly there has been written here. अब 262 clause 1 पढ़िए. In trials under this chapter, the procedure specified in this code for the trial of summon case shall be followed except as hereinafter mentioned. तो summon case ही follow up होगा. Okay, Abha, answer me this one. Summary trial में मुझे बताइए ट्रायल चलेगा कैसे? How the trial will proceed? How the trial will run? Answer me this question. ठीक है, सम्मन केस होगा. अब आते हैं डिफरेंस पे. तो डिफरेंस यहां पे ये भी तो लिखा हुआ है ना, एक्सेप्ट ए हेयर एंड आफ्टर मेंशन्ड. जो आपका सेक्शन 263 है वो भी अप्लाई होगा, जो सेक्शन 264 है वो भी अप्लाई होगा, 265 है वो भी अप्लाई होगा. एंड ऑल दीज सेक्शंस विल मेक अ डिफरेंस, जो कि आपका बेसिकली कंक्लूड कर दूं तो टाइम सेविंग होगा. दैट्स इट. क्लियर आभा? सो दीज आर द डिफरेंसेस. द डिफरेंसेस आर 265, 264 and 263. Clear? मनीषा, आंसरिंग टू योर क्वेश्चन, अगर 2 years तक की पनिशमेंट टर्म है तो वो समन केस से डील होगा. और उसमें भी अगर प्राइमा फेसी मजिस्ट्रेट को लगता है तो बिलो 3 months है तो वो समरी ट्रायल में डील होगा. और अगर मोर देन, यस, करेक्ट मनीषा, करेक्ट. आभा ऑब्जेक्टिव ऐसे अचीव होगा कि हम टाइम सेव कर रहे हैं। यहां पे समरी ट्रायल में बेसिकली आप टाइम सेव कर रहे हो, जल्दी चीजों को रैप अप कर रहे हो विद द हेल्प ऑफ 263, 264 एंड 265। तो देयर आर डिफरेंसेस एज वेल जो कि वहां पर नहीं है। Yes, Amit, yes, the discretion of the judge, of the magistrate. The answer is, Amit, yes. Okay. Done. अब एक लास्ट 2 सेक्शंस और हैं, इसमें वो भी कवर अप कर लेते हैं। जजमेंट इन केसेस ट्राइड समरली। In every case tried summarily in which the accused does not plead guilty, the magistrate shall record the substance. Usually ज्यादातर केसेस में आपका जो समरी वो होता है उसमें अगर वो गिल्टी नहीं करता है, जैसे कि जब आपकी ट्रायल चलेगी, नाउ दिस इज अगेन डिफरेंस 264, जब आपकी समरी ट्रायल चलेगी तो 2 ऑप्शंस होंगे अक्यूज्ड के पास, गिल्टी और नॉट गिल्टी। तो अगर अक्यूज चूज करता है कि ही इज नॉट गिल्टी, इफ द अक्यूज चूज दैट ही इज नॉट गिल्टी, तो उन सर्कमस्टांसेस में क्या होगा, द मजिस्ट्रेट शैल रिकॉर्ड द सब्सटेंस ऑफ द एविडेंस and a judgment containing a brief statement of the reasons for the finding। ये एक एडिशनल प्रोसीजर है, ठीक है। 265 लैंग्वेज ऑफ रिकॉर्ड एंड जजमेंट, एवरी सच रिकॉर्ड एंड जजमेंट शैल बी रिटन इन द लैंग्वेज ऑफ द कोर्ट। और लैंग्वेज ऑफ द कोर्ट क्या होती है? यस, व्हाट इज द लैंग्वेज ऑफ द कोर्ट? इज देयर एनी स्पेसिफिक सेक्शन फॉर दैट? आंसर। Yes, students, what is the language of the court? Come to section 272. The state government may determine what shall be for the purpose of this court the language of each court within the state except high court. Except high court को छोड़ के आपकी लैंग्वेज ऑफ द कोर्ट क्या रहेगी, वो स्टेट गवर्नमेंट डिसाइड करती है। दैट्स इट। तो समरी ट्रायल में भी वही लैंग्वेज होगी जो कि वहां की स्टेट करेगी। यूजुअली अगर मैं आपको बात करूं तो वहां की जो लोकल लैंग्वेज होती है यूजुअली जनरली वही आंसर होता है, ठीक है। लेकिन आपको आंसर करना है एज पर टू 272। बहुत बढ़िया। यस स्टूडेंट्स, नाउ एनीथिंग विच यू आर नॉट क्लियर विद द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ दिस समरी ट्रायल? यस, हाई कोर्ट, सुप्रीम कोर्ट बेसिकली इंग्लिश में ही आपका वर्क करता है। एक्सेप्शनल सर्कमस्टांसेस में कोई चीज होगी तो हिंदी, बट यूजुअली इट इज इंग्लिश ओनली। डन? ओके देन, सो दिस वाज योर टॉपिक ऑफ समरी ट्रायल स्टूडेंट्स। This is the link of my profile and this is the link of my Telegram channel and my code KHATRILIVE. This is the schedule, students, which is important for you. There's a test series going on in my special classes Monday to Friday 12 to 1, जिसमें हम कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एक्ट कंप्लीट कर चुके हैं एंड नाउ फ्रॉम टुमारो नाउ आई एम कंटिन्यूइंग विद इंडियन एविडेंस एक्ट। इंडियन एविडेंस एक्ट का भी एक हो चुका है। दीज आर स्पेशल क्लासेस कंप्लीटली फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट। All you need to do is just come to Unacademy app and attend these classes. जो classes आपने miss कर दी, you can watch the recorded sessions as well. Fine. All you need to do is just use the code KHATRILIVE. That's it. And you will get the free access of all the special classes. Fine. And trust me, students, there are a lot of special classes by number of educators available on Unacademy app. These are the plus classes. These are the paid classes in which I am covering Hindu law and Indian Evidence Act. This is the YouTube sessions. From tomorrow onwards, I am starting with Hindu law. Within this week, I am going to complete Hindu law. अब आप क्या सजेस्ट करते हैं? आपको एक एक्ट एक उसमें चाहिए या चारों का मिलके आपको वो चाहिए? I will go with the majority. You decide, please. But be quick in your responses, students. मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है, कल से जो हम हिंदू लॉ स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं, आपको एक एक्ट एक टाइम पे चाहिए या चारों एक्ट के मैं मिला के आपसे क्वेश्चन पुट अप कर सकता हूँ? So I will go with the majority. Yes, answer in the comments. And after that हम लिमिटेशन एक्ट भी कवर अप कर लेंगे. I will make sure कि अगर आप फर्स्ट टाइम भी हिंदू लॉ और लिमिटेशन कर रहे हैं तो भी आपकी बहुत सारे कॉन्सेप्ट्स यहां पे कवर अप हो जाएंगे. ओके, 1 एक्ट एट अ टाइम। ओके, तो किससे स्टार्ट करना है, कल किससे स्टार्ट करना है, फिर कल का भी बता दीजिए। टुमारो आई विल स्टार्ट विद विच वन? यस, पिक 1 आउट ऑफ 4। ओके, आई गॉट माई आंसर स्टूडेंट्स। मैं अब एक ही एक्ट पूछूंगा एक ही क्लास में, तो आप मुझे बता दीजिए फिर। ओके, हिंदू मैरिज एक्ट से स्टार्ट कर लें। ओके, देन आई विल स्टार्ट विद हिंदू मैरिज एक्ट। ओके, so for tomorrow please come prepared after completing the whole Hindu Marriage Act 1955. Okay, done. सपना मे बी इस वीक के लास्ट में फ्राइडे या सैटरडे को स्टार्ट हो जाए, नहीं तो मंडे को तो 100% हो जाएगा एज पर टू माई शेड्यूल। हाँ, मंडे को तो 100% हो जाएगा, उससे पहले भी हो सकता है कि फ्राइडे सैटरडे को हो जाए, वो हम ये देखेंगे कि हिंदू लॉ कब कवर अप हो रहा है। ओके, आई होप एवरीवन इज क्लियर विद दिस। ओके, सो दिस इज द शेड्यूल स्टूडेंट्स। Now coming to the next, let's crack PCS J with Unacademy, compete with thousands of aspirants and stand out from the crowd. You will get all the subjects here, all the major, minor, local laws are available for you. These are the special classes features, interactive live classes, poll for learners. You can raise your hand and speak with the educator. Never miss a class because you will get the notifications, lecture notes, and anytime, anywhere. India's best educators are available for you. This is the Arambh free test series going on for RGS and HGS exam 2021. This is the rapid revision series for RGS and HGS by Faizan Khan sir, Karan Sangwan sir, and Vishwani Bansal ma'am. This is the pricing plan and the plus subscription students. More the months, less the price, and you can always use the code KHATRILIVE for 10% off. And once you are a subscriber, you can attend all these classes. This is the YouTube and the Telegram channel of Unacademy. And on that note, thank you very much. Like, share, and subscribe. Anything else, students? Amit, answer to your question 264 is telling you just one thing, that if the accused is not pleading guilty, then the magistrate will write reasons about it. For example, the magistrate shall record the substance of the evidence and a judgment containing in a brief statement of the reasons for the finding, if he is not pleading guilty. Okay, Ashwini. See, if you are preparing for a state where Hindu law is not in the syllabus, all I can suggest is ki, in that case, what can I suggest? Okay, then you can take a leave, students. You can prepare for other subjects, or what you can do is for this 1 week you can prepare for your limitation act, and you can join from there, from the limitation classes. I'll inform you in advance on my Telegram channel as well ki when I'm going to start with limitation act. So I will keep this in my mind ki there are some students who are waiting for limitation act. So the moment we are done with Hindu law, I will announce this on specifically on my Telegram channel as well. But you can make sure ki maximum by Monday we are going to start with this, which means the next Monday. Okay. For Haryana Judiciary, आपके लिए तो compulsory है, you cannot take the risk. Okay. चलिए, on that note, students, thank you very much. See you in my next class. Till then, it's time to say peace.